Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about a possibility and how to be prepared for that possibility in case it happens. Because if you're prepared, you don't have to worry about it. And in this case, it doesn't really take a whole lot to be prepared. So, we're going to go over that because right now, NATO's making a lot of moves that might upset Russia. And by might, I mean definitely is going to upset Russia. And Russia may want to send a message in response. And we've talked about the different ways that Russia could attempt to level the playing field or send a message. To me, the most likely way for them to do this would be some kind of cyber offensive. Now, realistically, they wouldn't want it to be too big because the whole point of doing something like this and sending a message is to not elicit a response. If they make it too big, such as going after infrastructure like electricity or financial services or something like that, it's likely the U.S. would respond in kind. So it would probably be something a little bit lower level. Annoying, not, earth-shattering. But it's easy to get prepared because it doesn't take much in this case. Simple stuff. Make sure you have some cash, paper money, okay? On the off chance that maybe they don't go after the financial services, but they go after internet service, phone service, something like that, that disrupts the ability to use a debit card. So you have some cash on hand. I'm not talking about going and taking all of your money out of the bank, just a little bit, because this would only last a few days at most. Make sure you have gas in your car. While this is going on, maybe don't let it go below half a tank if you can. Make sure you have your prescription meds. Make sure that anything that's computerized like that could be disrupted, that isn't super guarded, make sure you're kind of up to date on it. Make sure you have it available. I know a lot of people digitize important documents. If you're going to need them anytime soon, maybe print them out. If it's something sensitive, make sure you destroy it afterward. And that's kind of it. But the key part here is be prepared, not scared. And especially don't get scared if there is some kind of cyber offensive that takes down communications, like social media stuff that we're used to having. Because when people exist in a vacuum of information, when you're used to having a bunch of information and now you don't have it anymore, you picture the worst. To me, at this point in the game, especially with NATO attempting to get Ukraine planes and using some unconventional transfer methods for it, I would expect something. I would expect some kind of messaging to come from Moscow aimed at D.C. saying, hey, you need to back off. I don't think they're going to stick to just random statements. At some point, they'll message if they can. And this seems like the most likely way to do it. But a message isn't supposed to be super destructive. And with tensions the way they are, I doubt they would risk going too far with it. And not only that, we do actually have people who are protecting our side. And we have to assume that they kind of know what they're doing, we would hope. So, again, this is more one of those, just in case, here's some real simple things you can do to kind of alleviate any stress. And if it does happen, well, okay, it's annoying. It's not a big deal. But I wouldn't expect anything serious. I wouldn't expect, infrastructure to go down or for them to somehow lock out all of the banks or, something wild. That would be something they would reserve for a situation if things actually got hot. I think at this point, we should probably be ready for them to message, not actually really attack. So don't go overboard with this, but just maybe take a few little steps to make sure that if things went down for a couple days, minor stuff went down, it's an annoyance. It's not a huge deal. You're not scrambling to get cash to go get gas in your car or something like that. So if you have the ability to take those steps, maybe now's the time to do it. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.